Hello, Terry here with Wise and Well for Life, and thank you for joining me today for my Supple Shoulder class. So much of what we do in our culture, in our life, so affects the shoulders. Picking up children, putting down children, knitting, quilting, computers, cell phones, driving, reading, anything, many sports that are one-sided, tennis, golf, all of these things have a major impact on our shoulders. So this class today, we're going to do a lot of stretching and a lot of focusing on the proper placement of our shoulders in both yoga and Pilates. So hopefully at the end of this class, you're going to feel very supple in your shoulders. So first of all, let's take a moment to do a little meditation, as we always do, to come into the space. So I want you to close your eyes. And the first thing I'd like you to do with the eyes closed is to notice your shoulders. Are they up a little bit? Is there a little tension in them? Are they up near your ears? And can you take a big inhale here? And when you exhale, I want you to feel your shoulders just drop down the back. Notice just that difference with just a breath, how we can affect the placement of the shoulders. Let's do that again. Inhale. And then exhale, let the shoulders just relax even further down the back, away from your ears. And then let's begin to find our breathing in and out through the nose. And with each exhalation, I want you to just feel tension rolling off your shoulders down into the earth. So many of us keep stress in our shoulders and upper back. Let's release it with our breath. Let's go ahead and open your eyes. All right, the first thing we want to do is to stretch the front of the shoulder, which gets tightened and weak when we're over our computer and all the other stuff we do. So just simply take your hands behind your back, rest your fingertips on the floor, and pull the shoulder blades back together. So with rolled forward shoulders, this affects our lung capacity because we're so compressed this way, kidneys, all of the internal organs. They do say that sitting is the new smoking. So we want to counteract that as much as we can. Open up through the front of those shoulders and just breathe. So if it's hard to bring your shoulders back, it's going to be a clue to you how tight the front of the shoulders are. So this is a good exercise to do. If you sit a lot at your desk, you might want to take a moment every half hour or so just to do this stretch. Okay, so the next stretch that we're going to do, you can use a yoga strap. I know a lot of us don't have yoga straps, so I'm going to use a towel because I figure most everybody's got a towel at home. So you want to make sure the towel is, probably about 3 feet long, folded up like that. So pause for a moment if you don't have it and go collect one, and I'll meet you back here. So we're going to take the arms up here again, find another openness of those front of the shoulders, draw the shoulder blades down. Now take a breath here, inhale. Let's see if we can bring those arms all the way back behind and all the way down to the floor. You can bring your hands wider if you need to. Let's bring that up and all the way forward. So wherever this range is for you, okay, you're going to get a nice stretch. Maybe the range is right here. That's fine. Let's go ahead and bring that all the way back. Ooh, nice. And use your breath. Nice. Good. Let's do that one last time. Now take your hands back down. They might be back like that or might be up. That's fine, wherever it is for you. If you can take them down to the floor, go ahead. Get nice and tall, take a breath, and let's rotate to the right. Rotate to the right. Maybe you feel that right shoulder opening up a bit. Let's come back and rotate to the left. Left shoulder opening up a bit, pull it back. And just a couple more times like that. Breathe. Good. All right, take an inhale here. Exhale those arms all the way back up. And let's do a side stretch. Now, first of all, get your shoulders down the back and away from your ears. Keep your left sit bone heavy as you stretch over to the right. Let that right arm just be sort of dead weight, if you will, so you can deepen that stretch on the left side. This opens up space for the lungs as well. And that shoulder. Good. Let's take that up, and let's do that on the other side. Let the left arm sort of be dead weight. Let your right sit bone be really heavy on the floor. Opening up that whole right side. You get to know places that are a little tight when you do these kind of stretches that you maybe didn't even realize. Good. And up. Nice. Let's do that one more time, the opposite side. Just bring that towel all the way to the front. I want to bring blood back into the hands and just relax right here for a minute and just roll the shoulders back. Whew. Good. And then just roll them forward. Okay, nice. Okay, let's go ahead and take yourself over onto your hands and knees. Right here. All right, so we'll do a little cat pose. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath. Push into the floor with the hands. Spread your fingers and then arch that upper back. Let the head release. Feel that work all the way up into your shoulders. Push into the floor, and then let's round the back. Lift up through your tailbone, lift through the chest. Draw those shoulders back. Oh, good. Just do a couple more like that. See if you can start the movement with your belly. Pull the belly in. Take your time with that. Use the breath in and out through the nose as your yoga breath. Okay, gang, we're going to do another couple other shoulder stretches here before we flow. So we're going to do the thread the needle. So bring your left hand forward. Weave the right arm underneath so you're on top of the right shoulder. Right side of the temple is on the floor. Left hand is on the floor. Pull the left hip back, and let's find that stretch here. Now, some of you can take that left hand up and bring it down and grab the top of that right thigh to find an additional opening into that left shoulder. Otherwise, take it down. Let's press back up. And let's bring that right hand forward. You'll see it on this side. Weave it underneath. Oh, so good. That's it. So if it's too much in the shoulder, keep that right hand down. Otherwise, take that up and around. And then you've got an opening on that right shoulder. But take it where it is. Maybe this side is better this way. I'm going to have you push yourself back up again. And we're going to do another stretch. So you're going to bend that right forearm on the floor. Keep your hips lifted. Walk your right hand up so that you're on your fingertips. Forehead to the forearm. And walk the fingertips forward and let that armpit sink toward the floor. This is one of your deep rotator cuff muscles, the subscapularis. We're getting that. It's a hard one to stretch. This one helps to get that. Often very tight, often full of trigger points. Now come back up. We're going to bend this right forearm. Bring the left arm out. Get on top of your fingertips. Rest that forearm on the ground. Press that armpit toward the floor, lift your sits bones, and stretch. Pull the hips back. Nice. Now come back up into hands and knees, and we're going to take it into downward facing dog. So curl the toes under. Keep those knees bent as long as you need to. Place your hands, spread the fingers. Sits bones lift. Draw those shoulders down the back. So think of the creases of your elbows tracking over your thumbs. That puts your shoulders in a good place on the back. Now look up to the mat. We're going to step up. Good. And let's take an inhale all the way up to standing. Reaching those arms all the way up right here. Draw your shoulders down the back. Feel those pointy parts of the shoulder blades, the bottom of them, pulling in towards each other. We're going to take an inhale here and then exhale the palms down the chest. A little squeeze with the palms together. Let's take an inhale here. Exhale, you're going to dive forward. We're going to do a little ragdoll. You're going to grab hold of the opposite elbows. Let your head hang. And if the hamstrings are too tight, keep the knees bent. Because remember, this is kind of about the shoulders, upper back a little bit. Good traction for the upper back here. You got to let the head release. I like to say dropping the brain. So don't have your head lifted. That's so much work. Just let it drop. Let it hang. Let the weight of your neck, the head, just stretch that upper back. You're going to place your hands on the floor and take your right leg back into a low lunge. Drop the back knees. All right, now I want you to come up. Place your hands right here on that left thigh. Find your balance. Good. Draw the tailbone down toward the floor, and let's float those arms up. Again, I want you to be aware of your shoulder blades. Pressing the shoulder blades down the back. So you feel the tips of the shoulder blades moving towards each other, finding that lift through the heart, breastbone lifting. Now let's bring those hands back down to the floor right here. Right hand close to the left foot. Reach that left arm up. Open up that left shoulder. Find that rotation. Let's take that down and press back to downward facing dog. Look at the creases of the elbows. Are they tracking toward the thumbs? So that rolls those shoulders on the back. Let's bring your left leg forward. Low lunge on this side. I think that's right. Oops, wrong side. I often do that. Let's take your right leg forward. Okay, so let's come up. Take the hands right here on the thigh. Lift up through the heart. Find your balance. And then float those arms up. Get the shoulders down the back. I want you to really be aware of the shoulder girdle here. Pull the belly in. Float your arms down. Left hand close to the right foot. Right arm comes up. See if we can open that shoulder up. Ooh, nice. Good. Let's take that down. Now let's take a big step to the top of the mat. You're going to grab hold of your towel. You're going to take it behind your back. And we're going to see if we can't lift those palms up toward the ceiling right here. Let the head release. So position your hands to where you might have to widen the grip on the towel. That's fine. And then I want you to imagine that you're pulling, or don't imagine, let's do it. Pull the arms apart and press right here. Draw those shoulders back, pull those arms apart. Again, keep the knees bent if it's too intense on the hamstrings. right, release that down the back. You can go ahead and set that aside. I'd like you to bend your knees kind of deeply. Place the hands underneath so your big toe is hitting the crease of the wrist, both sides. So the knees can be really bent here so that you can get down to the floor. That's just fine. This is called monkey stretch. Let your head release. And then slowly, you're going to begin to straighten those legs. Maybe they straighten all the way. Maybe they barely straighten. It doesn't matter. It's just a stretch for the shoulders. And sometimes just putting the big toe on the tips of the fingers is fine too. You've got to find that where it works for you. This is a deep stretch. Nice. Now let's release that. Woo. And let's take an inhale all the way up to standing. All the way up. Nice. Bring your palms together at heart level. Let's hold here in mountain for a breath or two before we move on to Pilates. Okay, so aware of your shoulders. Notice any differences. Let's take an inhale here. Exhale, dive forward. Good. I'm going to have you step back to downward facing dog. Spread those fingers. Look at the creases of the elbows, shoulders on the back. Knees wide, toes together, child's pose. Reach those arms out overhead, draw the shoulders down the back, forehead to the floor. Find that stretch. Okay, let's bring yourself back to a seated position, moving into Pilates, therefore the Pilates breath. Okay, so let's sit up nice and tall on your sits bones and let's start to become aware of the shoulders in Pilates. So pull your shoulder blades back and drop them down the back. Here's our start place. So it's not up here, it's all the way down. Find that scoop in your belly. You're just going to roll it back just a couple times, warming up the belly a bit, sitting all the way up, nice and tall. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale it up. Last one. And all the way up. Let's go ahead and roll yourself all the way down. Take an inhale, shoulders down, bone by bone. Bring it on down. Good, nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and take your heels fairly close to your sits bones, maybe 6 inches or so. We're going to bridge, but we're going to use the arms a little bit. So lift your hips up and set them closer to your heels. Lift your shoulder blades up, set them closer to your hips so we find some length in the spine. I'd like you to have your palms turned up on this one. Take a breath, inhale. Let's begin to peel the spine up off the floor into bridge. Right here. Good. Hold up here. Turn those palms out. Open up the front of the shoulders. Press the backs of the hands into the floor. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower down, bone by bone. I want to do that one more time. Inhale. Let's exhale. Peel up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down. Let's find some movement in the upper body with that. Do you feel the backs of your shoulder blades on the floor? You want to keep them there. As we take a breath here, inhale. We're going to exhale, peel the spine up off the floor and bring your arms up and overhead so the backs of the hands hit the floor right here. So we inhale here and then exhale, lower down, bringing that all the way down, turning the backs of the palms to the floor again. Okay, take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, peel it up, bring those arms up and over, palms lead, and then the backs of the arms will go down to the floor. Keep those shoulder blades down on the back. Take an inhale here, exhale, lower down, bone by bone. Woo, bring those arms down. I just want that awareness of your shoulders. And one last time, inhale, exhale, peel up, arms come back. the shoulder blades on the mat. Inhale here, and exhale, lower down. Bring those arms forward, and then turn with the backs of the arms. Nicely done. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead. So I like to have your palms turned out if you can. Lift your shoulders up again, very aware of your shoulder blades. Let's extend the right leg up for a leg circle. And you can extend that left leg if you want, if the hamstrings will permit this morning. Now keep your left shoulder blade down. Take an inhale. Let's circle around. So can you feel your shoulder blades equal on the floor? Certainly the hips are, but I want you to focus on the shoulders today. Inhale. Exhale, sweep that leg around. So we don't want to roll up. We don't want to roll that left shoulder up. Keep that left shoulder down. Let's do that in the other direction. Good. Pull that knee into your chest. A nice little stretch here. All right. Let's set that right foot down. Bring that left leg up. Good. Palms turn up if you can. You can extend that right leg if you like. I'd like the palms to turn up. That'll resist the temptation to hold on, and it keeps those shoulders open. Yes, inhale. Exhale, sweep around. Keep that right shoulder blade down. Don't let it lift up, so you're not taking it all the way out to the side and letting that lift up, right? Good, other direction. Good, pull that knee into your chest. Ooh. All right, nice. Okay, so let's keep the hands behind that knee. Curl your upper body up, and let's float the right leg off the floor. So we're going to hold here. I want you to try to get up to the bottom of your shoulder blades. You know where they are now. Stay lifted for single leg stretch. Our shoulders don't roll forward. Keep the shoulders back, rolling up to the very tippy part of your shoulder blades. Good. Now pull your knees into your chest. Let's take the hands behind the back. Awareness of the shoulder blades again. You should see your elbows and your peripheral vision. Your shoulder blades are pressed into the floor. You're going to extend the left leg. Now I want you to think of bringing that left top of the shoulder toward that right knee rather than the elbow. And let's switch. Slow it down. It's tempting to hurry through this because we want to get it over with, but you do get more work, more effort when we slow it down. There's more control when we slow it down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pull your knees into your chest. So the double leg stretch, we're going to circle the arms overhead, okay? So before we do that, I want you to just circle those arms overhead. Now when you bring them up overhead, do the shoulder blades lift up and get the shoulders close to your ears? We want to try to avoid that. So get your shoulder blades down as you bring the arms up and overhead. The shoulder blades should stay down. Do that one more time with me. This is going to be important when we do the double leg stretch for those shoulders. Curl the upper body up. Good. Now take a breath, inhale, and as you exhale, let's extend the legs out and circle the arms around. Keep the shoulders down on the back. Bring everything in. Take an inhale, exhale, circle the arms around, get the shoulders on the back, bring it all the way in. Keep looking at your belly, get yourself a little higher so you're at the bottom of the shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, circle around, and bring it all the way in. 2 more, inhale, focusing on the shoulders. And last one. Good, pull those knees in. All right, just take your head right and left, find a stretch. Okay, now for hundreds, I want you to focus on that width and openness in your collarbones. So sometimes I notice people doing this with the hundreds, rolling your shoulders forward. You want to keep them down the back and open. So actually, let's keep the palms turned up. That will help that. So let's bring the legs out or bent in, and let's pump the arms like this. We can go back and forth. Inhale and exhale if you want, but just keep those shoulders open. You can extend the legs out. Inhale. You can bring them back in. Exhale. I just want the focus on the shoulder blades, what they're doing, staying nice and open through the collarbones. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. I think we're about done. Good. Pull the knees in. Woo. Let your head release. Okay. Now bring your arms to the side. Press the shoulder blades down on the mat, and actually, let's open up those hands. I think opening up those hands like that really creates that shoulder on the back thing rather than rolling forward. So the knees are going to be in a tabletop position. We're going to do a little rotation here. So the important thing is take an inhale, and as you exhale, drop your knees towards your right, but please keep that left shoulder blade down. Keep it down. Press it down. Press it down. Inhale up. Exhale over to the other side. Keep the right shoulder blade down. Keep it down. Keep it down. Keep as soon as it starts to lift, you need to bring those legs back up. Inhale. Exhale over to the other side. Good. Inhale. Exhale over to the other side. Nice. Good. Last one on each side. And let's bring those knees in. Nice. Ooh. Nice little rocking. All right. So let's go ahead and extend your legs out. We'll work on our roll up again with our emphasis and focus on the shoulder placement. So roll up, you want to lift your shoulders up, set them closer to your hips, lift the hips up, set them closer to your heels. This creates that length in your spine. Now reach your arms up. Let's do this first. Draw the shoulder blades down in the back and then reach the fingertips toward the ceiling. So retracting the shoulder blades and bringing them back up. Good. Couple more. Retract. And protract those shoulders. Nice. Now get the shoulders down on the mat. Hold them right there in that neutral place between the two that you just did, between this and this. You want to find the shoulder blades on the back. Inhale. And let's exhale. Connect your heels to the floor, rolling up. Roll up. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Keep that belly pulled back. Rounded, rounded, rounded. Reach up nice and tall. Draw those shoulders back. Get the shoulders down in the back. Inhale. Exhale. Connect your heels to the floor. Feel the connection all the way up the inner thigh. One bone down at a time. Shoulders down. Up. Feel the shoulder blades on the back. Inhale. Exhale. Connect those heels to the floor. Rounded in the back. Rounded, 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 rounded. And then sit up nice and tall. Shoulders down. Inhale and come on down. All right. Good. Last roll up. And sit up tall. Now, you can take the towel if you like, and actually let's all do that together. This is a nice shoulder stretch. So I want you to sit up nice and tall right here. Push into the towel and draw and find that lift in your heart. Pull back. Find that stretch. You're going to get obviously nice stretch on the hamstrings, but it opens up through the front of the chest. Stay lifted, stay lifted, stay open through the front of the shoulders, and then release down. Good. Let's cross those legs and take yourself back over to your hands and knees. right here. So just a couple cats right here. I like so that we make that transition back to yoga. Good, downward facing dog. We're going to take that left leg forward and flatten that back foot right here. So the left hand is going to be on the inside of that left foot. Reach that right arm up right here. So here's our right angle. So awareness of the right arm. So it's not forward. I want you to think of rotating the rib cage and then connect that scapula, the shoulder blade, to the rib cage. Can you feel the very tip of your shoulder blade lifting the rib cage? Find that connection. Nice. We're going to take an inhale here. Exhale, come up. Charge the legs. Proud warrior. So where are your shoulders? Are they up here or are they down? Turn your palms up. Remember that opens up the shoulders and makes them rest on the back. Sink into that. Okay, when you have that, go ahead and bring the palms back to the floor. Look over that right arm. Can you sink a little deeper? So imagine that your arms or fingertips are reaching for the opposite walls and they're pressing energetically down to the floor. Feel the shoulder blades on the back, really strong. Now we're going to reverse that right hand back, left arm up, turn that palm back, get that shoulder blade on the back. Light fingertips resting on that back. You're not sinking into that or putting a lot of weight there. Now let's straighten that front leg for triangle. Reach the arms out again and then reach for that wall in front of you, and then let's take that down. This is a good opportunity for a block. Remember, if you're only here or to your ankle, that's fine, but we're really focusing on the shoulder here. So wherever that is for you today, use a block if you need to. Okay, so on that right side, the pointy part of the shoulder blade, let it connect to your rib cage and find that lift. Yes. Adjust the left hand up the leg if you need to find this. We're going to open up this shoulder. This is intense. You're going to take that right hand behind. So the top of the hand is resting on that left cheek. Some of you can reach down and grab the top of that left thigh. You'll see this better on the other side. This is a very intense opening for this right shoulder, so you need to find that place where it works for you. Maybe it's just here, okay? All right. We're going to reach that arm back up, bend that knee, charge the legs as you come up into Proud Warrior, pressing down toward the floor energetically. Now let's straighten both legs. Toes turn in. We're going to do another shoulder stretch here. And I'd like you to, well, first of all, let's do this. Let's take an inhale here. Exhale, come down. So wherever that is for you, let your head drop. We'll find this first. Let the head release. So roll the weight to the outer edges of the feet. The arches lift. Sits bones lifting. Now, if you've got your strap or your towel nearby, let's grab that. And then can you take your arms back behind you overhead? Right here. So bring them up. And then clasp that towel where it's going to work best for you to get that best stretch on your shoulders. And then bring them back. So play around with that. Remember, wide is fine. That's great. Just find that stretch on your shoulders. It's all about you. It's all about your body, where you're going to feel this. Let your head release. All right. So place that towel right on the hips or the seat. Take a breath, come all the way up. Now lift the arms back right here. Lift them back. Draw the shoulder blades together. So the muscles between your shoulder blades, the rhomboids, they get overworked because when we're hunched forward, they're overworked, they're weak. So when we do this kind of movement here, drawing those shoulder blades together like that, we kind of give them a little bit of a break, right? That's why clasping your hands behind you every 30 minutes when you're at the computer is a really nice idea. Okay, let's release that. You can set that down. And then let's go ahead and do this work on the other side. So go ahead and turn bend that knee, turn that foot to the right, and let's come down into our right angle. So again, we're focusing on the left shoulder now. So pull the shoulder back. Can you feel the very tippy part of that scapula against your rib cage? And then lift. So find the lift from your rib cage. Draw that shoulder down, connect it. Can you feel that? We're going to charge those legs as you bring yourself up into Proud Warrior on this side. Okay, let's turn the palms up, sink into that front leg. Ooh. Reach the shoulders apart, sink, and then turn the palms to the floor. There you go. Look over that right hand and imagine that you're pressing the floor away from you energetically. Sink into that. Okay, so we want to try triangle here. So extend the right leg and then reach, 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 reach. So maybe it's here. It's fine. Maybe it's a little further. Maybe you have a block. Might feel different from one side to the next. But what I really want you to focus on now is the left shoulder, the tippy part of the scapula against the rib cage, and lift. So the head is wherever it feels comfortable. Just keep it long. Don't just let it drop your chin into your chest. So looking straight forward, looking down, looking up. But I want the focus on your shoulder. Now take this left hand behind. Top of the palm is on that right cheek. Just rest there to open up that left shoulder, or you can reach down and grab the top of that thigh. Nice. Okay, so let's bring that up. Now let's take this around here, and then I'd like you to step back to downward facing dog. All right, press the floor away. Now find a nice space in between the hands and feet so that you can take yourself into plank. So adjust as you need to. So find that adjustment, and then let's come up again. So this move we're going to do, we'll do, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. It's a wonderful rinsing out of the shoulder joint. All the stale fluid in there, it rinses it out so beautifully. So we're going to take it into plank. Find your plank. Come back into downward facing dog. Breathe into plank. Downward facing dog. And a couple more times. Woo! Nice. And last one. And back up. Ah, yes. Can you take the hands, walk them back to your feet? So you're in forward fold. Let your head release. Let's take an inhale all the way up to standing. And palms together at heart level. Okay, let's try a balance specifically to open up the shoulders. So this is our eagle pose. So shift your weight to your left foot. And we're going to just take that right leg and cross it over. You can set it on the floor for now, because again, I really want us to focus on the shoulders and I don't want you caught up in the balance. So take your arms out to the side. We're going to bring your left arm underneath the right and grab. So even if you can't quite go that way, just take the backs of the palms together. Let's lift those elbows up. Good, pull the belly in. And I want you to find that stretch in the back of the heart. Whew. Back of the shoulders. Now lift the elbows up a little bit more and just engage your inner thighs. Pull them together deeply. Nice. Those of you that feel like doing the full eagle and going in head and balance, go ahead and do that. I just don't want you to be distracted by the work on the shoulders. Sweet. All right, let's bring it around. Open, nice. Okay, and then take your left foot, just simply cross it over the right, engage your inner thighs. Now the right arm's gonna go underneath the left. We're gonna lift those elbows up. Find that squeeze. All right, feeling that work in the back of the heart, upper back. Whew. Breathe, beautiful. Ooh, good, and release that, excellent. Go ahead and shake it out, and then just go ahead and make your way down to your floor, to the floor here. Let's sit cross-legged, okay? All right, right here. All right, so make sure you have room in front of you, nothing in the way. Get nice and tall, and then just go ahead and walk your hands forward, wherever that is for you. Let's just stay here for just a little bit. Draw your shoulders down the back and just hold that stretch here. All right, nice. Come all the way up. Whew. Let's take the left hand and the outside of the right knee, right hand behind. Push the floor away. Find that stretch. Okay, nice rotation. And then let's lift this right arm up. Get that right shoulder down the back and find a stretch here. All right, sweet. Let's do that on the other side. Right hand on the outside of the left knee. Good. Bring the left hand behind first. Stretch. And then let's take that arm up. Good, and let's take that down. Okay. All right, so before we come down and do some more stretches on the floor, just become aware of your shoulder blades. Close your eyes for a breath or two. Can you feel them? Are you very aware of them now on your back? Is there so much space now between your ears and shoulder blades? Realizing you can do that with your breath. Inhale, exhale, just let those shoulders fall. Nice. Okay, let's come down onto your back. Let's do it the Pilates way. Reach your arms out, shoulders down, and roll down bone by bone. Nice, good. All right, so aware the shoulder blades on the mat. Bring the legs up and over right here. Let's take your arms out into a T. So press the shoulder blades down, right? Palms down, corkscrew. Feel the shoulders press into the floor. Inhale. Sweep the legs around to the right, left shoulder blade down, and bring it all the way around. Switch directions. Shoulder blades are anchored down into the floor. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale, sweep it around. Good. Inhale, exhale, sweep it around. And again, inhale, exhale, sweep it around. Nice. Shoulder blades stay down. Good. 2 more sets. Here's 1. Switch directions. And other direction. Nice. Okay. Set your feet on the floor. Let's bend the arms into goalpost arms right here. Let's keep your palms faced away from you. All right? Now, press the elbows into the floor. Sort of an isometric strengthening exercise for the shoulders. Press into the floor. Press into the floor. Press. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo. Take an inhale. Exhale, press those shoulder blades into the floor. Press, press. You can feel the belly kicking in. 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, press those shoulders into the floor. Woo. 4, 3, 2, and one. Lovely. Okay. Pull your knees into your chest, wrap the hands around. Give yourself a little rock and roll here. Nice. Now, let's set the feet on the floor. Let's bring your hips to the right side of the mat. Extend your left leg and bring that right knee over. Now, get the right shoulder blade on the mat. Now, here's a little trick for you. If you're doing this and it's so hard to get that shoulder down, simply bend the elbow, rest your hand on your rib cage. Okay? Otherwise, bring it out. Feel the shoulder blade. And just breathe. Alrighty, bring that up. And then shift your hips to the left side of the mat, extend the right leg. Bring your left arm over. Your left shoulder blade should be on the mat. And again, if you have trouble with that, take the palm and just rest it on the rib cage. Otherwise, bring it out. And it would be ideal to look toward that left hand now. Shoulders both onto the mat. All right, gang, let's bring the soles of your feet together. Press gently into them. Arms down alongside your body. Take an inhale. Let's exhale the arms up and overhead. Shoulders down on the back, not up and around your ears. Good. And then let's feel that hips opening and your shoulders open now. And if your arms are overhead and like one of them's up a little higher, that kind of gives you some feedback that you've got some tightness in that shoulder. And if that's uncomfortable though, simply drop your arms lower to where they're going to be able to rest on the floor. You've got to find that for yourself. Okay. But this is always just feedback. If it's hard to get one arm overhead or the elbows don't rest on the floor, it's feedback. Got some tightness there. Which again, with everything we do in our culture with our shoulders, not surprising. Good. Alrighty, folks. Let's go ahead and bring your knees together and then hug yourself again. One more time. Bring those knees into your chest. Do a nice rock right and left. Good. So we're going to do Shavasana now. Well earned. Enjoy new openness in those shoulders, more space, more suppleness. Right. Good. So find that whatever's comfortable for you. So some people like to keep a knee bent or rest a knee on a block. If you can, extend both legs out. Just see if that works. Remember, we want to lift our shoulders up, set them close to the hips. Lift the hips up, set them closer to your heels. Nice. Let your toes flop out. And let the palms turn up if you can. So again, this finds that openness in your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale through the mouth. Let everything go. Do that one more time with me. Inhale. Exhale. Awareness of where the back of the skull hits the floor and where the shoulder blades are now on the floor. More space and openness in your shoulders. Where the hips and the back of the legs hit the floor. And then find the breathing in and out through your nose. Let's start to bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. And of course, you can stay in Shavasana as long as you need to. And when you're ready, go ahead and bend your knees and then roll over onto your side. Cradle your head with the bicep and just hold here for a couple of breaths. And then use your hands to push your way up to a seated position. I really hope this helped you today, and I'm so delighted that you joined me today. Namaste.